Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Gonna be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the
Friggin' what up, Danktorians, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. We got Aaron on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron, dude?
What up?
Dude, just freaking chilling, dude. Had a very legit Danksgiving, dude. My mom crushed making a turkey, dude. My bro is making some freaking dank Manhattans, dude. A very nice holiday drink, dude. So it was legit, dude. I wanted to check in with you after you, we mentioned this on our last pod. Did you eat your Thanksgiving dinner one dish at a time, or did you mix things up? Like, did you just go for your green bean casserole, then go for some sweet potato, like finish it all like a serial killer, or did you just, mix and match?
I might have gone serial killer.
Dude.
I didn't pay attention, but I might have gone item by item.
Oh my God. What did you, for dessert, did you have a soft serve vanilla ice cream cone and just lick it by yourself outside in a baseball hat?
No.
Jeez, dude. Jeez. Dude, that terrifies me.
I'm sure I took a bite of stuffing here, like in between.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You got stuffing can go, as far as I'm concerned, maybe on anything.
Specifically, when you said green bean casserole, I was like, I'm pretty sure I ate that all at once. Like, I didn't take a bite of anything else. That specifically, for sure.
See, for me, that would live next to a cream corn, and they're going to get put in the same bite. Because I'm an animal.
I don't like to combine them in bites. No, not necessarily.
I'm all about that.
But I could definitely jump around the plate.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a poke bowl out of it. I think I said that in the last pod. Like, I'm not going to mix it all up like a salad, but it's all getting mixed up in the end anyway, dude. When I freaking put it in my freaking rig, dude. I want to start calling my body my rig a little bit more.
Sure.
Something that might get me pretty stoked. I want to show up to work. I've been doing some more valet, dude. Back in action, dude. Parking whips, freaking fat tips at the hotels. Legit holiday season, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? And, we like to check in with each other in the valet shed. And, dude, how your feet feel, dude. How's sore? How's your knee doing? You know what I mean, dude? And I always say, dude, my rig's feeling tight. Feeling tight, feeling right. Let's go out and make some freaking fat tips tonight. That's what I want to do, dude. Sick. Put that on a freaking dank valet Hallmark card, dude. Just Hallmark card for your coworkers, dude. Do you guys do a holiday party, Aaron?
Yeah, we do. I mean, there's only like 6 of us here, but
maybe you guys all just do a strikeout and say happy holidays, shake hands, and then bounce.
No, we did like a big Zoom thing last year for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Couldn't do it in person. I enjoy a nice corporate holiday party, dude.
Yeah, because
nice.
Sometimes those companies, when we do it with our partner over here, they give us some pretty good gifts.
Yeah, dude, you get some good. You get a double-decker box of Siege chocolate to look out, dude.
Oh, it was better than that.
No, that's getting housed.
You got like a portal.
What? A portal?
A portal. Facebook portal.
Oh.
Telecom device.
That's pretty sick. That's legit.
Yeah, I didn't use it at all, but I was really
I was going to say,
it.
I don't know what that I use that for, but it sounds like when you said portal, I was like, dude, you going to some other realm, dude? Like, is that how you got here? Is that how you get here on time every day? And Aaron just has a portal, dude, that he cruises through.
Oh,
maybe you just have a portal that goes straight to Five Guys, dude. I want to find the code to it and make you show up at In-N-Out instead. Dude, we got to do our, before our Christmas, we did a Thanksgiving feast of Five Guys, which was dank. Then Aaron posted an incendiary video of me enjoying it, saying it was dank. JT responded, he said, take this down. But then I had to say, look, dude, it was dank. He captured the true moment. Nothing was altered here. This was no deep fake. What are we going to do for our Christmas? Because now we're in December, dude.
We got to do In-N-Out.
Should we do In-N-Out?
We got to do In-N-Out.
I think so. Bring it in, crush it, talk about it. Want to hear you talk about it.
Sure.
Honest feedback. You better give honest feedback.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be getting nothing for Christmas, dude.
I want to do some secret menu options. I want to do...
Yeah, dude, get after it, bro. I know all those options, dude. Animal style, dude. 4x4s, whatever you need, dude. I got you, dude. be fired up, dude, and treat ourselves right, dude. And we're treating ourselves to a dank episode today, dude. We're talking about, and this was an episode suggested by Jordan Clavery, dude. I wrote the name down because in the past I've been like, dude, this was suggested and I forget the bro's name. But Jordan suggested this, dude, and he said, dude, check out the controversial and heroic life of Charles Lindbergh. So we're going to talk about Lindbergh today.
Yeah. And
he accomplished some legit stuff, had some tragic stuff happen, and then had some controversial opinions that come out later in his life. And
he used to be the name of the San Diego airport.
Did he really? And then they took it away.
They took it away.
Yeah, because we'll get into some of his opinions, dude. And Aaron, I'm glad that you know this and you can help go along the way, because I know a little bit of it through my research. But we'll get going and talk about his what he's known for in a moment, in case you don't know. But before we do that, dude, I want to let you guys know that this podcast today is brought to you by American Giant. Dude, American Giant knows the power of local, dude. They team up with local manufacturers and getting their cotton and stuff for their Dank pocket tees. They've got the best, literally, their classic full zip hoodie is known as the greatest hoodie ever made. And holiday season's coming around, and look, dude, if your grandma gets you a sweater and that doesn't get you stoked, you should get your grandma stoked by getting her a hoodie, dude. All grandmas need hoodies this December, dude. I'm saying it right now. But treat yourself to the pocket tees. Right now, I'm posted up in the long sleeve. I love it. I'm wearing long sleeve shirt with shorts. It's my December look in Cali, dude. Might not make sense. I'm not exactly choosing an ecosystem with this outfit, but I feel legit. And this shirt is durable, dude. I'm wearing it. I'm just posting up in it. I'm asleep in it too, dude. So I'm fired up, dude. Go to American-Giant.com and use promo code DANK for 20% off your first order. That's American-Giant.com and use promo code DANK for 20% off, dude. And honestly, dude, you know what I did this morning, Aaron? I altered my ritual, dude.
Yeah.
Because our bodies deserve to know what we're putting in them, dude. And ritual, it's multivitamins, and they're delivered to your door every month with key ingredients your body needs, dude. And Ritual lifts the veil, dude. There's these days we're especially concerned with being healthy and doing it right. And I love knowing that I've got a multivitamin that's stepped up, that's purposely made for men 18 and over, which that's what I qualify as. Maybe I'm just a boy, haven't exactly done anything heroic or brave, but it's for men 18 and over. And they make, obviously, for women and for kids too. You can do bundled stuff that for the whole fam. But right now I'm rocking the men 18 and over. I took it this morning, dude, and I'm feeling legit, dude. I'm fired up, ready to go. So Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/dank to start your ritual today. All right, dude. Let's get back into this freaking dank, legit ritual that we have of every Tuesday crushing a legit ass pod, gaining knowledge, dude, and freaking gaining stoke, dude. Filling up the stoke tank and filling up the knowledge tank, dude. And honestly, stoke and knowledge together, it's dankness. So Lindbergh is most known for his first transatlantic solo flight in 1927, dude. So he hopped in a plane called the Spirit of St. Louis, and he said, dude, I'm cruising across the Atlantic nonstop. Now, fun fact, this was not the first transatlantic flight a few years previous. I'll get into it in a little bit who did it. There was a transatlantic crossing, however, they stopped. This is the first nonstop flight across the Atlantic. It had been attempted, I believe, 6 times previous. All the aviators lost their lives. And there was this dude who ran a hotel called like the freaking Greg Hotel or something like that, dude. And he's like, I want to, or the Ortieg Prize. That's it, dude. This dude, Ortieg, he's this like hotelier, dude. And he's like, I want to sponsor. I'm going to give $25K, which is a lot of money, dude. Even today, in 1927, even more. I mean, I can only imagine how much that's worth in crypto. And freaking Lindbergh says, I'm going to do it, dude. I want to cruise. And he worked as a stunt pilot, doing tricks and getting inverted in planes. So he was well versed, dude, and he liked to push it and live on the edge. And he said, this is my opportunity, dude. I only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to go. I was just trying to do a little Hamilton, dude, but that was like a Hamilton meets Eminem 8 Mile. And then sometimes you just got to cut it off. But I'm not editing it out, staying in, dude. If I take a swing and miss on here, stays in. But Lindbergh did not swing and miss, dude. He absolutely drilled it. He took off from Roosevelt Airfield in Long Island, New York at 6:52 a.m. on May 20th and arrived in Le Bourget Aerodrome in Paris after 33 hours and 29 minutes of flight, dude. Landed at 5:22 p.m. Eastern Time, May 21st. So that's what he did in 1927. But as you know, dude, when you do something legit, and this is kind of what I do like about Lindbergh, and there's controversial stuff, but, and this is what also businessmen like, dude. They like knowing that someone has done something legit. Like my sister at her law firm, there's this guy who used to be a boxer, and then he came in as a paralegal, and everyone loved him. They're like, oh yeah, Cody used to box. And like everyone's fired up on that, and it's like a big reason why he like nailed his interview, because it was just something that he was passionate about and did, and maybe like separated him out from something. So I'm saying, dude, you're a young dude. You know, don't go out and die. Don't try to fly across the Atlantic on your own, but do something sick, even if it's just country line dancing. And that's what you're into. Hey, I like to go up. I like the Texas two-step, and you know, maybe you can swing that your way. But honestly, dude, the more legit it is, the better, dude. Like, I mean, me, if I have a job interview, when I went in for valet, I was like, look, I paintball. I go on the speedball course, and 13-year-olds pay the price when I'm out there. Okay? Kyle and his friends, they're going to get pinned down, and we're going to win the capture the flag, and it's going to be because I'm going to be putting suppressant fire on them. Okay? I'm telling you. And I'm going to sacrifice my rig. I like coming home with a little bit of black and blue on my pecs, showing my fiance that stuff, my GF back in the day at the time. Go and check this out. Look what happened, dude. Some 13-year-old freaking absolutely drilled me, but guess what? It didn't stop me. Kept myself honest, raised my gun in the middle of the field. Took a few other heaters. You know, some people panicked. There were noobs out there, and I let them know. I said, noob, I'm out. Look at my gun. Barrel plugs in, you noob. So all I'm saying is do something legit. And Lindbergh did something legit, but then he parlayed that into other things later in his life. He didn't just cross the Atlantic for $25K and then, you know, post up in Atlantic City and spend it all, you know. Made some investments and kept cruising, and he wrote a book and ended up touring around and ended up meeting a lady down in Mexico, dude. They get married, dude. And so, but first, before we get into more Lindbergh, I want to just go, what the hell's going on? I haven't done this in a minute on the pod, dude. What else was going on in 1927? Seems like sort of a year where you're like, I don't know. Stock market crashes in 29, but 27, you're like, what's going down, dude? Well, a few things to highlight. Just around the globe, dude. But starting here in the US of A, dude. Because I'm a patriot. Henry Ford, dude, reveals that he's no longer going to make the Model T. The famous Model T is going to roll out the Model A starting in 1927. It's got 7 different body types, 4 different colors. This was the first Ford vehicle to feature the iconic blue oval logo. It's got features such as a safety glass windshield, 4-wheel brakes, and hydraulic shock absorbers. So you're riding in style. And you could get any of these Model Ts, you know, depending on what you do with the body type and color, from a price ranging from, guess what, Aaron? How much the Model A cost you in 1927?
It's like $400.
All right, dude. So low end, $500. But then if you really deck it out, $1,200. And they reportedly sold over 400,000 vehicles in the first 2 weeks after its debut, dude. So that frickin' production line was working real well, dude. What the hell is it called that Henry Ford invented? The what production? Standardized?
The assembly line.
Assembly line, yeah. There's a movie that came out in 1927, the first synchronized dialogue film. Do you know what it's called, Aaron? I didn't know this.
The Jazz Singer.
Yes, you're correct. The Jazz Singer legend. Let's go, Aaron.
Film school.
Then, also in the U.S., there was this Nixon versus Herndon, a Supreme Court case that I didn't know about during March. And the Supreme Court declared a Texas law that prohibited black voters from participating in the state's primary elections to be unconstitutional. So this is after Emancipation Proclamation. This is in 1927. Women can vote at this point. African-American men could vote before women could. And so basically they're like, look, this Texas law violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The vote was unanimous, and the Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes delivered the opinion. However, the ruling was not particularly effective, and Texas still passed a new law that maintained that the white primary system, circumventing the verdict. So it's like, you know, you hear a lot of people these days being like, oh man, slavery ended like hundreds of years ago, like it's over. It's like, dude, this is even before Jim Crow. This is in like the 40s, or this is in 1927, sorry, that Nixon was doing this type of stuff. So it's pretty crazy, even like way before his presidency. So the white-only primary system would not be fully dismantled until 1944 with the Smith versus Allwright Supreme Court decision. So even though, you take major steps, Lincoln took major steps, ratification still had to take place. Sad but true history. In Russia, Stalin takes control in 1927. Trotsky is expelled from the Communist Party and Stalin takes control, dude. And then speaking of communism in China, dude, there's a China attack on foreign shipping as they approach Chinese waters, dude. Also, the autumn harvest uprising begins, led by Mao Zedong. Basically, it's like this autumn harvest uprising was an insurrection that took place in the Hunan and Jiangxi provinces in China, September 7th, 1927, led by Mao. It was successful at first, but short-lived. And it basically did not stop Mao from continuing what he believed in, his communist ideologies, and his rural strategy, dude, which I had to look this up, and a quote from Mao talking about his rural strategy, which is this. It's, China's 600 million people have two remarkable peculiarities. They are, first of all, poor, and second, blank. That may seem like a bad thing, but it's really a good thing. Poor people want change, want to do things, want revolution, a clean sheet of paper has no blotches, so the newest and most beautiful words can be written on it, the newest and most beautiful pictures painted on it. So his rural strategy was peasants as revolutionaries and using guerrilla warfare.
It's crazy that even back then in the 20s, they had twice as many people as we do in the U.S. now.
Dude, it's nuts, right?
Yeah.
It's China, man. Dan Carlin, my freaking dog, says, when talking about China, just take everything and extrapolate it. Like everything's on a massive scale. But it's also funny, like Mao's saying this beautiful thing, like blank slates. And he's just basically like, I'm going to use farmers who are already being used by the state, but I'm going to use them for my ideologies now. He's like, They're uneducated. I will educate them in communism. Tell them I'll give them more, but take power. And it works for him in 1943. Have you ever heard Vin Scully talk about communism, Aaron?
No.
It's pretty gold, dude. He's like calling a pitch. You got to watch the clip. And like, I think there's like a Venezuelan players playing or something like that. And he's like, you imagine growing up in communism? He goes, what a horrible system, never works. And he's like, ball by, Fernandino takes a ball. And it's pretty amazing, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not a fan.
Yeah. So funny, dude. But it's just like so baseball too, where you're like, he's just squeezing in these like global politics in between a pitch count.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron, how can you not be romantic about baseball? Quote from one of your favorite movies, dude. Moneyball.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a classic.
It's a dank ass movie, dude.
Is it though?
Yeah, dude. It's legit, bro.
Let's have a movie about. Let's do another movie about the players again. None of this front office nonsense.
Yeah. Major League could be the best baseball movie.
Thank you.
So much fun, dude.
Bull
But
Durham.
Moneyball's legit. Bull Durham, great movie. Classic movie. All right, dude. A little back to Charles Lindbergh, dude. He Spirit of St. Louis, dude.
Go-karts.
Go-karts, exactly, dude. So the plane, the Spirit of St. Louis, dude, was pretty sick, dude. It was developed by this guy Ryan, or by a manufacturer called Ryan NYP. Some dude named Ryan built it. Dude.
I'm not flying a plane across the world by a guy named Ryan.
Charles hits up this dude. Hey, Ryan, dude, I need a friggin' sick ass plane, dude, and I want to cruise across the Atlantic. You down? He's like, all right, dude, hold on, let me finish up my shift real quick. Imagine him just posting up at Jersey Mike's. Yeah, dude, let me just crush making this number 7 real quick, and then I'm gonna make you a plane. What do you want on it? Do you want that plane Ryan's way? So basically, they did take a standard Ryan M2 single engine high wing monoplane and modified it to Lindbergh specifications. It seated 5 people, but they got rid of that, added extra fuel tanks, expanded the wings a little bit. The wingspan of the craft was 46 feet, 27 feet, 8 inches high, and a fuel capacity with the extra tank was held 450 gallons. Could reach a top speed of, when fully loaded, so maybe we could go faster when fuel went down, but when fully loaded, 120 miles per hour. And the range was 4,100 miles, which they needed every bit of that to cross the Atlantic. If there's wind or anything like that. So, yeah, dude, freaking legit ass plane, dude. Spirit of St. Louis. And then, honestly, just reading about that plane got me horny to just learn about the Wright brothers and just kind of be like, all right, in 1927 we first crossed the Atlantic, or Lindbergh first crossed the Atlantic. In 1903 was when the first flight happened, December 17th, 1903, a series of like 3 flights they took off and had a little more success each time, is when the Wright brothers took off, and they were in North Carolina, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Kitty Hawk, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And which sounds like...
one of the wings at a park, this giant, like 3-story wing at a park near my high school.
Or like a recreation of it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I think that's the original might be in the Smithsonian, and it's got like fabric around it. They used a wood frame to be light. They basically were like, they did all the math and stuff. They would need 200 pounds of propulsion to lift the aircraft that would weigh 625 pounds. They calculated power, thrust, speed requirements, and they used like a wind tunnel on a smaller model and everything to get it there. So Lindbergh's plane had 237 horsepower. The original Wright brothers plane had 8 horsepower.
Less than my car, just saying.
Dude, I know, it's less than our cars. It's crazy.
My car.
Oh, baby, your car's got a lot of horsepower,
I don't
dude.
know about...
My car? No, I drive a hybrid. Not many ponies on the ranch in my puppy, dude. Mine's a sipper of fuel, dude. Dude, I put a little whiskey in my hybrid engine sometimes just so it can, talk right to me, dude. It's sophisticated, dude. My freaking hybrid car reads books, dude. You know what I mean? Crushes Tolstoy, dude. If, on a long journey, it will just quote Tolstoy. I don't know if I like that bit that I just did, but it's staying in there. You got to take swings. You got to take chances, just like Lindbergh. I'm taking a page out of his book, but I'm not taking every page out of his book, baby. You better believe that. It's about what we're about to get into. So back to Lindbergh, dude. I mentioned he worked as a daredevil and stunt pilot, dude. So he was always wanting to live on the edge, dude. While he was actually flying, he experienced hallucinations and saw mirages during his famous flight, dude. He said he saw like a big shadowy figure in like mirage-like fog islands forming in the sea below him. In his plane, because the way that it was his specifications, they wanted like more aerodynamics. So they got rid of like the side windows, and so he could, or no, they got rid of the front windows. So it would be like, better, less wind resistance. And he used like a telescope to see straight ahead out of the plane, and he could only look out of his peripheries. So very, very sketch. Imagine trying to land that thing, dude, looking out of a telescope. He said his hallucinations eventually faded, but I mean, he was freezing. He was cold up in altitude.
Yeah, I was going to say, how high was he? Because he could be deprived of oxygen.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And just like being in there so long, and he's not moving around. He's got to man the stick. He doesn't have autopilot at this time, dude. But he basically, they said like these came in 24 hours due to deliriousness and lack of rest. And he covers this in his book. When he landed, though, there was like 150,000 stoked spectators, dude. They say jubilant spectators, dude. Jubilant, good ass word, dude. And he did more long ass flights after this, dude. He did a long ass flight. They dubbed him the Lone Eagle, which is a sick ass name.
Sure.
I mean, that's tight right there, dude. If you have a job interview or anything coming up, and you just call yourself, hey, I'm Strider Wilson, dude. Could you describe yourself in 3 words? And I've covered this. People say, determined, hardworking, which is actually 2 words. But I would just say the Lone Eagle, and then sit there. You know what I mean? Maybe I would call myself the Jacked Penguin. Just penguins, dude. And then they go, can you please explain? Lone Eagle kind of stands on its own. People respect that, and they go, okay, moving on. They might make a note.
Lone Eagle, like you get the awkward pause of, what did he just say? Lone Eagle?
Yeah.
And then when they ask you to elaborate, you just wings out.
Aaron, great ass call. Wings out.
And that's it.
And then if they're really not getting it, just a call. Do that in your interview. The Jacked Penguin might need a little bit more, an emperor penguin, they huddle up, the men watch the eggs. You could really go down a strange metaphor of penguins and really try to tie that into how you doing data entry at Kaiser Permanente is going to be Well, much like, when I put in patient information and keep them secure and make sure, in the internet, the age of the internet, cybersecurity is huge. Like a penguin, I'm jacked. I have a lot of musculature, and the males actually sit on the eggs while the females go out and hunt. So basically, when I'm the patient's information is the baby egg of the penguin, and then me, I'm in the security, and I'm sitting there. And if I was conducting the interview, I go, okay, let me cut you off there. Let's move on. Prior work experience. Oh, it's my first job.
But most importantly, I'm jacked, and I waddle when I walk.
True, I do waddle. You will see me waddling back and forth from the water cooler because I do legs every day. Which is just good advice. Do legs every day. Lindbergh did play a role in the advent of the space program, dude. He teamed up with this dude, Robert Goddard. Goddard was, experimenting with liquid fuel rockets in late 1929. Probably just trying to stay away from his family, dude. He's just like, look, I want to just go play with rock. Honey, look, I don't know. Honey, I can't pick up the kids tomorrow. I have to pour 8,000 tons of rocket fuel into a rocket and see how fucking high it goes. Honey, I can't be concerned with that right now. I would just like, can we just please do slow, unsatisfying missionary sex tonight? And can you please can we have the neighbor pick him up? I know I don't trust him either. I don't trust him. He has strange, he has dark energy, but honestly, he's a reliable guy, and we always know where he is. Thanks, honey.
He either hates his family or really dislikes having fingers.
Yeah, exactly. He really wants to lose them.
Yeah.
He just really wants to light a match and just stand a little bit too close.
Yeah. I don't need all 10 of these.
Yeah. And here's what I mentioned earlier of being the lone eagle and doing something. Lindbergh goes up to Daniel Guggenheim. We've heard of the Guggenheim Museum. And he goes, dude, I need 100,000 bones, dude, of funding for Goddard. Because my boy Goddard's smart, and he hates his family, and he's really dedicated to launching rockets. And me, I cruise around, and I honestly think that you should give us 100,000 bones, and we're gonna do this for America. And they're all like, we're Americans. You can all just imagine them sitting around being like, we're Americans. We need to launch rockets. They're making stuff happen, dude. And during Apollo 8, which is my favorite Apollo mission, dude, it was the first manned space mission to orbit the moon in '68. Lindbergh sent those guys a message saying, you turned into reality the dream of Robert Goddard. So he's like, you guys hooked up my boy by doing this, so thank you. So it fired me up that he likes his boys back. But Goddard, not Goddard, but this has to go without saying, or it can't go without saying that Lindbergh was anti-Semitic. Aaron, This is correct.
Yeah.
Now, he did not want to get involved in World War II. He did end up flying some missions and shooting down a Japanese fighter plane, but he was very big into not going into World War II, didn't want to mess around across the pond. People said that, he was friends with Goddard and who was like German, and they said and he toured Germany and everything, and they said he might have been a Nazi sympathizer. But what really put him in under it and really showed his hand, he was like, oh, Jewish-owned newspapers just want us to go, and he's saying all these stories. So, Lindbergh's got to take a big check in the negative column for saying that and believing in that, and that's probably, is that the main reason why he lost his name on the San Diego airport, Aaron?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can't be doing that. I don't care how many hours you spend in a plane. I wonder what his, if he's like, oh no, his hallucinations up in the plane. He's like, oh no, these newspaper stories. Whoa. Oh no, they're working against us, dude. It's like, dude, just makes no sense, dude. Just easy truths to believe in, dude. And, you'd like to think a dude as accomplished as Lindbergh, but, he's a stunt guy. I've worked in film. You meet stunt guys. They, these guys got a few screws loose.
Yeah.
To be doing that and you spend a lot of time oxygen deprived, maybe you're going to start thinking a little bit backwards.
Yeah. You ask a rodeo clown how he feels about Jews, you might not get the answer you're hoping for.
Yeah, you might not want to field that answer on a work Zoom. Yeah. You might not want to listen to that guy. Dude, I've got a coworker who has insane backwards views, and every time he corners me because his office is right by the clock out where you clock out, And I'm like, bro, I don't agree with anything you're saying, and you're going to get me fired just for listening to what you're saying right now, dude. I'm like, dude, he's a baby rattler, dude. Not even a baby rattler, dude. He's just spewing venom. I'm like, dude, get away from me, bro. I could be like, yep, later, dude. Yep, see you later. Every time. Yeah, dude. Aaron, that's a great quote by you. Did you ask a rodeo clown how he feels about Jewish people? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you asked a stunt pilot how he feels about progress, dude. Yeah, bro. Maybe doesn't like change. But anyway, also Lindbergh, there's a whole thing, and I didn't want to touch on it because it doesn't interest me that much with Lindbergh's baby, people like that. There's controversy and conspiracy around that.
Yeah.
But it's because he was a rich dude, a notable guy, and some psychopath. They do know who the guy is, and maybe there was like mob ties with money. Actually, the mob, Al Capone, wanted to help get Lindbergh's babies back. He's like, that's fucked up. You don't take Lindbergh's baby. He's a good American.
Hey, you don't have kids.
I'm putting up $10,000. Yeah, you don't have kids. I'm putting up $10,000. We're going to catch this clown who took Lindbergh's baby. And they ended up paying him off, but then the baby was deceased. So very, very tragic, not chill. Later in his life, Lindbergh was... Two things that were pretty amazing that he did is he got involved in creating the first artificial heart. He helped fund a perfusion pump made of Pyrex glass that was capable of moving air and life-giving fluids through the excised organs to keep them working and infection-free. So artificial organs. So if someone needed to be in intensive care, this wasn't like a heart transplant, but this was in 1935. It was basically a pump that was outside of the body that kept the heart operating on patients, maybe during surgery or post-surgery or traumatic events. So a big step in medicine. So pretty gnarly. But he probably would check and be like, is someone Jewish, dude? No. Oh, Jewish people have hearts? Oh, interesting. I'm surprised my pump works. Fucking Lindbergh, dude. Fucking Lindbergh, bro. He was a conservationist. He flew across the world, peeked out the freaking window of his freaking planes and was like, you know what, dude, this forest looks sick. So he wanted to just preserve that and ended up donating money and took up a bunch of environmental causes and used a lot of resources. And he said he was known for saying that he'd rather have birds than planes, dude. I have to disagree with that. I think birds are evil. Yeah,
not a fan.
I mean, you look in the eyes of bird, you look in the eyes of an ostrich, you look in the eyes of an emu, evil and very horny. And horniness can be related to evilness. It can also be related to good. But, you watch these birds of paradise, their dances and stuff. It's also they can just bust nuts.
Yeah.
It's not for beauty. It's not art. It's just at the end of the day about busting a nut. And, that's how I feel about guys who take guitars to parties. You bring an acoustic guitar to a party, what are you doing? Yeah. You bring a bong and a 30 rack. That's it.
Yeah.
And even maybe not a bong, just a piece, because then you got to bring a backpack. And I never trust the guy who brings a backpack to a party. In high school, there's always a dude who wouldn't bring a backpack to school, but then this dude Sean. But then come party time, he had a backpack, and I'm like, bro, I know you like weed, but don't let weed be who you are.
Yeah.
So just not sick, but yeah, birds are evil, dude.
If you're gonna bring a backpack to a party, you better have fucking 64 and GoldenEye and 4 controllers.
Great call, Aaron.
That's all I'm saying.
Aaron, that's a great ass call. If you don't have that and some flaming hot Cheetos, then what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
And a Dr. Pepper, and get out of here, dude. Get out. You bring an N64 and GoldenEye somewhere, immediately hired. Going back to the job interview, I like to make this a helpful podcast, where dudes can Danktorians and he can pick up some helpful tips, It's always good to have knowledge of history, dude. You can always tie that back and drop a fire quote at any time. But also, I want you to have some practical knowledge. And I think if you go to a job interview with N64 and 4 controllers, and you say, where's your TV? Let's plug in, let's mount up. Let's play some Complex. Let's play License to Kill. Let's play on DK mode, and let's do paintball mode. That's going to be a fire call. You're hired basically immediately. Immediate promotion, dude. People working under you at that point, dude. And then you go, no, dude, they don't work under me. We work together. We're a team. Yeah, dude. So conservationist. Let's see. Anything else that I'm missing out on with Lindbergh here? I mean, this is a good suggestion. I didn't know. I always thought he was sick. I didn't know. And I was doing my research, and read that he was anti-Semitic. I did not like learning that, but you know, you got to know these things. He accomplished a lot of good stuff. I was fired up to go down that Wright brothers tangent, dude. And learning that, dude, you know, he didn't just stop. You know, I mentioned earlier in the pod, don't just, you know, do one great thing to put yourself on the map, get yourself a nickname. Like Joe Maurice already has done one great thing by having such a fat hog. You know, if it was permittable at work, if in any interview, he should just plop out his dong on the oak table and say, this is why you should hire me. You know what I mean? And then if it was me, I would say that flies at this company. This is a startup. Let's go. You know, if you're going to try to get a job at Amazon, maybe that's not okay. So basically you got to do something that puts you on the map, and then you got to keep doing stuff. If this, then what? You know, if I'm going to be the guy that's going to, you know, do sick ass BMX tricks on my bike, what am I going to do next? What am I going to catch air off of next? You know, and how am I going to parlay that into making moves? You know, meeting my wife, starting my family, helping save nature towards the end of my life. You know, there are some things you can, like all historical figures, and we're learning now, like basically every figure from history, looking back, you're like, that person's racist, dude. You know what I mean? That person, they came from here, like they just for sure were. You know, and it's just sort of crazy. Like, you know, it comes down to like maybe a Michael Jackson dilemma. Do you separate the music from the man? Aaron, where do you stand on that? It's a tough question to answer.
It's tough. It's funny that like Wikipedia lists him as like an aviator and then ends with right-wing activist.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. But you need two wings to fly, you know? You need two wings. You can't just have the right. You got to have the left one too. You know, and you got to cruise, and you got to have a nice balance, and that's what's going to get things done. So maybe we can learn that from today's freaking dank ass pod, dude, of doing something to put your name out there, do something great, do something legit, and then, you know, have some compassion. Let's get into some freaking questions, dude. But before we do that, dude, I want to remind you that today's pod is brought to you by American Giant, dude. American Giant knows the power of local, dude, and that fires me up, dude. I'm a SoCal guy, dude. They make their shirts right here in LA. They're just legit, dude. You wear them, you know they're durable, dude. Like I mentioned, dude, get your grandma a hoodie for Christmas and get yourself a 3-pack of pocket tees, dude. I'm all about the pocket tee. I put my sunnies in there, dude. I'm ready to cruise, dude. Not my dog. He doesn't fit. He's 19 pounds, but my sunglasses, dude. And I cruise around. I love wearing it, dude. Honestly, I work out in them. It's, you know what it is, dude? The pocket tee for me is my base layer, that if I want to slip on a sick hoodie over that, if I want to even put a flannel on now that we're getting into the winter time or something like that, I can wear it with my jeans. It's my outfit that I build. It's my shirt. It's the piece of my outfit that I build the rest of my outfit upon. And it's durable, and I know it can stand the test of time, dude. I don't have to buy myself a brand new shirt every month. This thing's lasted me a long, long time, dude. So I'm stoked on that, dude. Dude, their products, they're grown well beyond the first, you know, best-selling hoodie, dude. They've grown beyond it, like I mentioned, dude. They got the long sleeve shirt now. They've got the freaking pocket tees, dude. So your wardrobe can be versatile, dude. And they involve the community in every step. And a company that does that fires me up, dude. Working with local stuff, dude. You know, we like to support small businesses and, you know, farmers that are local. And that's what American Giant's doing. So I'm stoked on that, dude. And I'm stoked on just the way the tees feel and the way they make my triceps look. So, you know, boost your stoke this Christmas, boost your stoke this year by picking yourself up some pocket tees or a legit, honestly, legit hoodie. It's my favorite hoodie. Do people look at it and it turns heads? They do double takes. They go, whoa, what is that? I go, it's the greatest hoodie ever made. So explore American Giant's collection of durable essentials at american-giant.com, and you get 20% off when you use code DANK at checkout. That's 20% off at american-giant.com, promo code DANK. And dude, this morning, I have my coffee. I ate my breakfast. I have my coffee. That's my morning ritual, dude. And for the first time today, I added a men's multivitamin to my ritual. And what's dank about ritual multivitamins, extra dank, is that they have a minty flavor. Sometimes you take that, and dude, I steered away from taking a multivitamin for a long time because I get nauseous on other ones, but right now, Took it for the first time today. Feel great. Love it. Can't even tell. Took it after my coffee, and what I want to mention after my coffee, it's got a minty taste in the capsule, dude. And it's extra dank, dude, because Ritual is all about letting you know what's in the multivitamin, what you're putting in your body. The capsules are clear. The bottle that it comes in is recyclable. It's glass, dude. My freaking fiance is fired up on that, dude. I'm gonna freaking get her a ladies multivitamin too, dude. And you can go on there, like I mentioned, dude. You can get these bundles for the whole fam. So I'm fired up on it, dude. I'm stoked. I'm feeling good, dude. After a coffee, it's got that little minty taste for me, which is legit, dude. And these multivitamins contain the nutrients that we all know and we're all talking about, and that I know and that I'm fired up on, dude. And it helps fill those diet gaps, especially on days when you're on the run, dude. It's got a delayed release capsule design for high quality nutrients, including vitamin D3 and just 2 daily pills. Yep, you take your 2 in the morning. That's when I do it. That's my ritual. You could take them at night. Doesn't matter, dude. Whatever you like doing for your ritual. And I think that delayed release really helps me not feel nauseous and just really get in there and just be stoked. So I'm stoked on it, dude. You guys just, set it. It's sort of like getting into that normalcy of taking the multivitamin is good. And really just, I'm fired up on it, dude. It's vegan, certified, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free. It's just good stuff going in your body. And the owner who started the company, she was pregnant and wanted to know what she was putting in her body, and found out that a lot of, prenatal vitamins had stuff in there that she didn't really want. So she developed one that she knew what she was putting in her body, and now she's passing along that favor. And I'm putting legit stuff in my body, and she's putting legit stuff in hers, and you guys can put some legit stuff in yours. So cruise on this Dank Ritual, dude. So get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/dank to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/dank for 10% off during your first 3 months. All right, dude, let's cruise on some questions.
I just read that when Lindbergh shot down some fighter planes in Japan,
Yeah.
it was as a civilian.
Yeah, he was a civilian. He was never enlisted, dude.
He was not. He asked to be reinstated,
Yeah.
and they said no. And so he went as a private citizen and did 50 combat missions.
It's crazy. It's not like, yeah, he flew 50 minutes. Dude, he just wanted to get after it, dude. But guys would do that before even America joined the war. And I know this from the terrible movie Pearl Harbor, when Ben Affleck's character, goes over and joins the RAF. Maybe he's like technically a military contractor there, but like he's not in the RAF. He's just a dude helping fly.
I mean, we were supplying the British with armaments.
Oh, totally we were. Totally we were.
Even though we weren't involved. He also looks like bore 7 children with 3 German women. That he
got after it, dude.
He told them as he was dying not to reveal that secret.
Yeah, dude, he was big on his image, bro. This guy, yeah.
He's a real piece of work.
He is a piece of work, dude.
But that's how you get some work done.
Yep. I mean, when our boy Jordan suggested him, he said, look at the heroic and controversial. You know what I mean? And I think that's an important thing to remember, dude. This isn't a celebration, dude. This is just, we're looking at it, and my thesis and my takeaway is do something dank, dude. Cruise across the Atlantic, if you know how to fly. Take your skills, dude, push them to the limits. If you're good at beatboxing, beatbox somewhere sick. Get noticed. I respect beatboxing, Aaron. Big time.
Okay.
I think it's sick. I don't respect gleeking, and I kind of categorize those two like sort of in the yin and yang of what I respect from
Gleeking?
oral activity. You don't know what gleeking is? Bro, gleeking was something that kids would do in middle school, and it was like you opened your mouth and like they'd like gap in their teeth because they're middle school kids, and you like could shoot water out of it.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And like you'd be in line and you'd hear a kid behind you go like, and you'd be like, what the fuck? Feel something on your neck, and then like look around. Honestly, I'm not a fighter, but maybe want to fight.
Not COVID safe.
Oh, definitely can't not be gleeking in this new era that we're living in. All right, dude. Friggin' what up, Strider? My DW Dank wife told me to tell you that you should do a jigsaw puzzle with your DF over the holidays. Dude, I do. It will really increase her stoke and strengthen the bond between you two. That energy will funnel into the bedroom where you'll both have fun figuring each other's puzzles out. Love that, dude. P.S. My DW also said that you haven't responded to her Instagram DM to you regarding our trip to Herbert, Arizona, where we saw the telephone booth that the alien guy Travis Walton reappeared. Whoa. She sent you some sick pics of it. Please send her a DM back. She will be super stoked. Thanks, late. Dude, maybe tell her to send it to my email, striderwilsonshreds@gmail.com. Send it there. I'll probably have a better chance of seeing it, but I will cruise through the DMs now. And
I'd say, hey, buddy, get off Strider's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't be reading DMs from women he doesn't know anyway.
It's true, dude. It's true. It's true. Maybe that's why I didn't see it. You know? Honestly, dude, when I get DM'd, dudes that have sick-ass names like Dean, Declan,
Sure,
Zach, fucking Cody, you know I'm clicking on that. You know.
a lady you might assume is a spam, you know.
A lot of times I'll get spam DM saying, do you want to boost your followers? And it's from like an attractive lady that has 0 followers. Immediate delete.
Yeah. Exactly.
What up, Strider? And of course, Aaron on the sticks.
What up?
Got another question which I just can't seem to figure out. Comes from the Dank documentary, The Last Dance. Excellent.
Cool.
In the final episode where Mark Vancel is talking about MJ, and I quote, most people struggle to be present. People go and sit in ashrams for 20 years in India trying to be present, do yoga, meditate, trying to get here, now. Most people live on fear because we project the past into the future. Michael's a mystic. He was never anywhere else. His gift was not that he could jump high, run fast, shoot a basketball. His gift that he was completely present, and that was the separator. So my question, Strider, is what do you think the state of being present looks and feels like? How do we try to get there? Similar to tennis players always saying they take it a point at a time, how do you block out the past of the game and the potential future circumstances of the point being played? The state of being present is an enigma to me. Maybe I've been there before or I am currently. I just don't know how to tell when I'm in it. Any wisdom on this, my dog? Keep up the great content as always. World peace. Sonny. Legit, dude. That was from my dog. No, I'm kidding, dude. SONNY. Sonny, dude. Good question, dude. Well formulated email. I mean, this guy's a beast, dude. So how can you be more present? I mean, I think passion, I think it's, what's the quote, dude? If you got, something gets grit. If you're invested in it, anyway, is what I'm saying, and you care about what you're doing, you're going to be more present in it. You know, Michael loved the game of basketball. He wanted to win. Obviously, he wanted to be the best. There's what's driving him, you know, could be ego and greatness and whatever, but like there was no question that he was all in.
Can you only be present though? Because I'm thinking like you got to have some at least thought goes into or instinct about the future and anticipation.
Yeah. And I would say Michael is big on that too, where like, I mean, he signed a shoe deal. So he was definitely thinking about his future and a smart ass shoe deal.
No, I mean on the court though, like you got to anticipate like where the ball's going to bounce off the backboard or where the dribble's going to go. Totally. Maybe like Wayne Gretzky's famous quote is like, I don't go where the puck
is. I go where it's going to be.
Yeah, where it's going to be.
Yeah, his anticipation. And anticipation is a premier skill in all sports. I think just meaning like mindset.
Is that present or is that, future, I guess is what I'm asking. But
I'd say that qualifies for me as present. I think it comes down to small picture, big picture probably, where it's like you're in that game. Anything that takes place in those 3 periods, those 48 minutes, that's presence.
Yeah.
For that
That's just focus
event.
Is all it is, right? I mean, like,
yeah.
Because you still have to, even the past, you got to know, you studied on like what this guy does or doesn't do and what he's done in the past.
Yeah.
You have all of that. and focus.
Yeah, I think a great way, and I think to answer this question, I would say a great understanding of being present is understanding your past, setting yourself up for a good future, not worrying too much about it, but just knowing that what you're doing on a daily basis will take care of that, and being solid and foundational in your beliefs is going to, and hopefully they're good ones, is going to help you and set you up for overcoming any obstacles, So just having a good support system, surrounding yourself with good people and trusting in them. And look, that's what MJ did. He surrounded himself with good players. He knew it. He went and got Rodman. He went and got guys. They got Kukoc, This era, LeBron goes to different teams or whatever. In that era, LeBron or Michael got guys to come play with him in Chicago. So surround yourself with good people. Practice. No one's saying Jordan didn't practice. Get out there and work at what you do. Believe in yourself. I think another quote from that doc was like, how did Michael feel about, or like, do you feel pressure from signing like a multi-million-dollar shoe deal? And he goes, no, I believed in my game. I practiced and I put in the work in my game. I deserved that.
Yeah, and he probably practiced just as hard as he played in the game,
Oh, 100%, dude. You practice like you play. It's 100% true. Whether you believe it or not, like even in doing stand-up comedy and stuff, it's like sometimes I'll have a bit and I'll be like, I'm going to need to feel it out when I'm out there. But I will have a roadmap, and there are some stuff where I do need to listen and react and engage with the audience because there is give and take, but like, I still run and I still know. I'll still say out loud to myself in my car at whatever venue I'm at, or if I'm at home, I'll still do it out loud a one time through, so I can know the rhythm of it and feel it. Otherwise, you get lost. Your brain and body work in unison. You got to feel those motions. So I think practice is the best way to be present, dude. Strider, my dog, what up? I got a dank ass puppy with my GF. Any tips on how to make our hound a legit ass dog? Thank you, Patrick. Aaron, we're both dog owners.
Yep.
Treats and butt rubs. Spoil the little guy. Give him some love. They like love, dude. And I mean, they're going to test you. Dogs are going to push back. Sonny did push back. Like there was an era of walks where like he would just dig his feet in and be like, nope, I'm not walking there. And literally, and we have a harness, like, and we would just have to like literally be like, we're walking this way. I'd have to, inch in the leash a little bit and like walk them close with me. So just being an alpha, but also loving the little guy or big guy, whatever type of dog you have, and make them work for. It's kind of weird, but like dogs do like trusting in you as their alpha. Like make them work for that treat. Make them sit, give them those commands. They kind of like that. Like, dude, they love fetch. They love knowing. I would say fetch is big on rapport, dude, and good eye contact. They love that eye contact. Mammals, they communicate with their eyes, dude. So yeah, I think bond building fetch, dude. Butt rubs, tummy rubs. Telling your dog that you love them in a nice soft tone. They actually do respond to that, and that dogs can feel love. What about you, Aaron? Any tips, dude, on how to make their dog legit?
I mean, plenty of exercise so they get jacked.
That's true, dude. He did say legit. He didn't just want a good dog. He wants a dog that's legit. So I would say maybe some steroids. They have steroids.
Sure.
And they're not illegal for dogs. I'd get your dog a legit ass steroids, get it absolutely yoked. Maybe, I mean, you probably do want to get it neutered. It might be too rambunctious, but get it neutered and then maybe keep its balls in a jar and promise that you can put them back on later. And then, I would say go to a store, like a army surplus store, get yourself some tactical boots and some long sleeve cargo pants and a tucked in white undershirt. Tuck that in so you have a military look, and just go to the park and play fetch with your dog like that, and people will think you're tactical. get yourself some tack glasses and get a good ass whistle, for all commands. Just do learn how to whistle like that. Will make your dog more legit. And you. Because it's not just about making your dog legit. You guys are one. You're the apex predator. So your brain with your dog's heightened senses, you guys could be alpha hunters. You could find parking spaces and go to Whole Foods better than anyone else. You can cruise in to the doggy bakery and pick up your treats and be back lickety split. You know what I'm saying? You cruise into Big Five and look at some compound bows, ask to sample them, and then don't purchase them because, maybe you do, depending on where you live. If you really want to get into bow hunting, that will help your dog be sick. Get into bow hunting. Maybe that's what you need to do to ace your interview, dude. Just be a good archer. I respect archers, Aaron. Do you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it myself.
Yeah. It's a sick activity to do. So that's what I would say, dude. You want to make your dog legit, get into archery and, basically everything that comes along with that. Bass Pro Shop, sip really hot coffee only, and even on hot days, and just be an absolute beast and get a truck. Start accessorizing right, and then let those accessories become you. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying box yourself in. I'm saying think outside the box by accessorizing, then put yourself back in the box on your own terms, and then sell that. And that's Dank. And that's freaking sick. And that's freaking legit. And that's our freaking Dank ass app, dude. Charles Lindbergh, controversial dude. Some stuff that we can glean, some stuff that we should definitely... Look, you got to know what not to do when learning lessons a lot of times. And then you got to know what to do. But first, what not is a very powerful lesson. So, my dudes, very stoked, Danktorians. Thank you for the questions. Please always write in questions, comments, even shout-outs, dude. I didn't get any shout-outs, dude. I mentioned that on the last pod. Maybe it's too quick of a turnaround, but you want to give someone a shout-out for doing something sick as hell, dude? Email me, dude. I'd love to give that a shout-out. I'm going to be doing some puzzle with my fiance for sure. You better believe that in the holiday season, enjoying ourselves. So thank you guys. Aaron, thank you as always. Beast on the sticks, dude. You guys have a freaking dank-ass week. We'll catch you on the next one, dude. Late.